Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am Lachlan Report. I am not just a filmmaker because I am also vastly unprepared. So this was supposed to be the Oscar nominations episode. Scheduling didn't quite work out, so here we are. I was going to do it with Gaden, my friend, and we couldn't just, we weren't able to figure it out in time. So here I am, vastly underprepared, recording a podcast on the Monday because I procrastinated. So I'm just going to put it out right away. I haven't prepared that much, so it will more than likely be a shorter episode today. So I suppose we'll just recap the last 2 weeks for me. I've been trying this new way of organising my week. Like, I used to just write down what my goals were for the week, and then I'd plan out each day. I'm like, all right, I'll do this day, this that day, this that day, and I would do that. Now, that's all well and dandy. But I wasn't really feeling. I felt like I was being too pressured on myself. So I came up with a new strategy where I'd write down my goals for the week. Write down everything I had to achieve each day, and that would be the week, I think. So I've been doing that, but what I've realized is that I don't achieve anything when I do that. I just sort of do nothing. It's really hard for me to figure out. Really hard for me to prioritize. Right, I need to achieve this. I need to achieve that, and that, and that, and that's a bit difficult for me. So I've gone back to the way I'm doing it now, and it's been a very unproductive morning. I'll be honest. I've been caught watching clips of highlights of the 2009-2014 Grand Final, two of the most satisfying Grand Finals I've ever seen. That's been my morning, and I'm hoping that this new way of me being able to organize my week will allow me to be more productive, if that makes sense. So what have I done in the last 2 weeks? I painted the decking. It's about as exciting as it sounds. There's not much content to it. I painted the decking. It's now a blue-grey colour. Painting the decking. I don't really have anything else to add about that. I just painted the decking, and that was fun. That was a good half day. Got a few podcasts, chucked a few podcasts on, nailed it out through in about 3 or 4 hours, and that was a good day. I enjoyed myself that day. Like I said, it's going to be a really short episode. Easter. Oh God, what did I do? Easter was yesterday. Today's Easter Monday. Yesterday was Easter Sunday. Yesterday we had Easter egg hunt. We had time trials. I didn't win because I let my young siblings win because I'm a good big brother. Even if the younger sibling is 16 years old and growing into quite a narcissist. I don't think he'll hear this. Maybe he will. I don't know. I'm going to throw it out there. I'll just say, I don't mean it. I'm just throwing it out there to see what will come back. Let him win. What else did I do? I went to the gym. Did that. I did bugger all. I watched the Carlton Fremantle game. And footy tipping. So I've been doing footy tipping at work and at home, and you know how I never really understood how people got so invested in the investing, and why companies are really reluctant to do things that cost them more money. I'm always just kind of what about for the good of the people? Now this year I'm doing in 2 paid footy tipping competitions, and I don't know if it's ever been a greater motivator for me to be caught up on what's happening in AFL. Because I am on top of all of it. It's just the satisfaction of winning more money is something that I want. Yeah, that's I just want to win. I'll be honest. So let me run through my footy tips this week. I started the round on would have been 13. Yeah, so I was 13. I was down by a few in the work footy tips. And right now I've gotten 5. I'm equal first, which puts me second by my margin. I'm 2 points off the margin of the leader. So I've tipped 5 this week. I got Brisbane by a point, great win. Bulldogs, not surprising in any respects. Adelaide, and then Richmond, St Kilda, and Port Adelaide really let me down. I was really hoping they'd pull it together, do a bit better than what they did. And then you got Carlton and Melbourne. And I saw the Carlton game, and that was a decimation. I didn't really understand how good Carlton was, and I really don't understand yet how good they are, especially when comparing them to Fremantle, which is a whole box of its own issues, I guess, with like their long list of injuries and they're a mess of themselves. I don't know what they after 2013. I don't know what they've become. They went from like the top of the ladder to bumming out in semi-finals and not even making the 8 now. They missed their opportunity. I reckon they'll get it again in a few years though. They've got some good young players. Sorry, we had to cut there for a brief moment. Battery's nearly dying. We'll probably have to fix that up soon. What else has been there? Family footy tips. On top, number 1, this guy. And I'm equal with 4 other people. So it's really hard to start to divide, but you're starting to see like the leaders separate from the peloton. Because it's like there's 4 of us on 18, and then there's 4 on 16, 2 on 15, 2 on 14. It's interesting seeing who tipped what. I don't think anyone's gotten more than... No, in the family one, everyone tipped 4 or they tipped 5. So, yeah, it's... Excuse me. Yeah, look, would have preferred to move Richmond and St Kilda and Port Adelaide to win. But we leave it how it is. Geelong and Hawthorn playing today. I'm a Hawthorn supporter, so naturally I tipped Geelong because we don't really get on top of those games. But everyone tipped Geelong, so hopefully that I'll be able to still get the point. All right. Yeah, it's like a weird money is like a weird motivator to like just keep myself informed, to keep myself on top of things. That I'm like, I will never, ever fall behind in this. And you know what? I'm doing pretty well so far. I'm not going to say I'm doing the best, but I'm doing... It's like a weird motivator where I'm like, I have to know who's winning, who's kicking the goals, who are the ones in charge. I'm playing fantasy footy, and I am trying really hard to win my first... We're round 3 in fantasy footy. Haven't won a match so far. I'm 7... There's still 1 game to play, and I've got 5 players left to play. The other guy's got 1 left to play. And I'm 7 points behind. I think I've got him. I really hope that my 4 players don't just go like, they get injuries and they play terribly and they score like 19 to 30 points each, and then his player scores like 100 plus. And I'm just kind of like, well, I don't want that to happen. I really want this win. So that's been some basic stuff that's been happening. Easter, I saw a few mates last night. We watched Midsummer again. I don't know if you've seen Midsummer or if anyone has seen Midsummer who's watching this or listening to this, but it's fucked up. Not going to sugarcoat it. Ari Aster knows how to make really, really messed up movies. And I don't really know why. I know that Midsummer was based on like a bad breakup he had, but I don't really know why. It's just really fucked up. I think I saw like a meme where it's just kind of like him, Jennifer Kent, and Robert Eggers are scared by therapists. So probably true given the content of Hereditary and Midsummer. I don't know what he's doing next. Probably another A24 horror movie, but he's got a good voice. I reckon he'll make it. It's like really weird showing new people Midsummer because then you have to explain to them. Not so much you have to explain to them anything, but you get to see a few things that you wouldn't have picked up on the first time. Like there's just hallucinations in the background that's going on. You see characters that are dead appear again, like hallucinating. So it's really interesting stuff like that. And it ignites an interesting discussion. I think I saw like a tweet where it was like A red flag is a boyfriend who sympathizes with Christian in Midsummer. A red flag is a girlfriend who obsesses over Midsummer too much. And I understand that. Probably more the Christian one. I think that's more of a red flag than the girlfriend being obsessed with Midsummer too much. I don't know. It's it's yeah, half and half. I think on that, where it's just kind of like I see the point of like being wary of someone who watches Midsummer and obsesses over it too much, but at the same time you go like, well, you have to can you analyze why they like the movie, separating itself from the message of the movie, if that makes sense. Where like um, Ariana Grande's like obsessed with Midsummer, but I definitely don't think she's putting anyone in a bear suit and burning them alive. That'll be a good clip for TikTok. Just out of context, one sentence, 10-minute mark, ish. Yeah, no, I think it's a good. It's very well made. A24 makes great stuff. Started watching Euphoria with my girlfriend, Jess, and yeah, we're enjoying that. That's like Sam Levinson has such a unique style of shooting things. I think it's really interesting watching Malcolm and Marie and Assassination Nation and Euphoria and just comparing all of them. It's really interesting to see how it's just the lighting, the color, the cinematography, all of it like on the technical side is fantastic, and the creative side with the acting from Zendaya, the direction, the writing, it's all super strong, and I think it's all really really good. What else have we got? And yeah, if you haven't started watching Euphoria, I recommend it. I'm like halfway through the first season. I reckon hopefully we'll make it to the end of the season by the end of the month. So, and then we've got the two specials to watch. Rue and Jules. I haven't done much else. Totally honest. This is going to be like, I imagine this podcast wrapping up super quick. And I haven't done that much else. I've only got like a few more things to go through. I've been going to the movies a couple times. I saw Godzilla vs. Kong. That was really fun. That was a rowdy experience. I don't know if I think I might have seen it when I recorded, just before I recorded the last episode. But that was super fun. That's an awesome, fun action movie. I got nothing special to add about it. I think it's really fun. It's really dumb. It's exciting. It's intriguing. The action is well shot. I don't think it's the best shot action out of all the monster movies. I think Kong Skull Island is much better shot action. I like that you got to know Kong better as a character. I liked the mystery behind Godzilla attacking people. I thought the science subplots with Millie Bobby Brown and Brian Tyree Henry and Julian Dennison, I could have probably done without that subplot. Like Kyle Chandler just seemed like he was in the movie because he had a contract, rather than he was in the movie for like a specific reason, if that makes sense. Like in Godzilla vs. Kong, he was like a proper character. He had like antagonists, protagonists. Whereas in this movie, he's just like he had like 3 scenes, and I don't really know how else to describe or compare his role other than like, I don't know. Imagine like being the second or third, imagine being like the second lead character or the lead character in a Godzilla movie, and then in the follow-up movie you're like the seventh to 10th character. Like not of much importance, no significance to the plot. He is just there because he is conveniently there and was also in a previous movie, so his relationship theoretically should carry over with Millie Bobby Brown. So I don't think there's a Marvel comparison. Maybe War Machine in Avengers 2 or Falcon in Avengers 2. Something like that, where they just appear and then they're gone. Yeah. And the Mechagodzilla was really interesting. I didn't expect it to look as accurate as it did, or as had as much similarities as it did. I was sort of expecting it to be a lot more modernized, I guess, like sleeker, I guess, as well, because just to fit with it. But I like that it looks a lot more accurate. And I'm kind of hoping we see Charles. I don't know where they take it. Like, where do you take it after Godzilla versus Kong? Right? Do you do a Kong 2? Do you do a Godzilla 3? Is there a Godzilla versus Kong 2? Is there a Mecha Ghidorah that you could do? Who knows? Oh, I have to. I'm gonna look it up. What comes after Godzilla versus Kong? Because we're gonna get Godzilla versus Kong 2. Godzilla vs. Kong writer discusses possibility of sequels and spin-offs. Why screenwriter? You got to do this to me. Max Borenstein. He wrote the movie. It was in development stage. The main. Hopefully there will be, but hopefully there will be. I have no idea. If not the peak, then the plateau that everyone has been aiming for. This is a point that has been part of the ambition since the beginning, so I look forward to whatever the next iteration of this franchise is. This has certainly been getting these two characters like the Avengers you build to that place. I'm not saying there are no future movies. They're bringing everyone together. Alright, so there was a... Alright, so Guillermo del Toro wants Pacific Rim and Godzilla to cross over. That's interesting. And the post-credit scene... what is the new... Hang on. Alright, so they shot the post-credit scene and then they used it in the movie. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just making noises, aren't I? Okay, so there's a scene at the end of the movie with Kong, and that could be one of the... And Godzilla's could have... Alright. Okay, so, flat answer, there's no sequel coming up. But there was a post-credit scene which is then used as part of the movie. I think it was a part of like the final scene, part of the montage. Oh, right. So we had to cut for the third time because that's fucking awesome. Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong was really fun. I think that was my main point in the end. I went to a couple of the comedy festival shows. I thought they were really good. I thought that Luke Kidgel... I went to the Luke Kidgel On the Run Again and Lewis Spears Back in the Trenches. Both were really awesome. Both were really fun shows. Both I really enjoyed. Lewis Spears, my favorite one that I went to. That one was just... I just thought it was better. They had an opening act. More... I don't know if it was I was sitting in front of where he was looking that made it better. But I just really enjoyed it better. And yeah, that's... That, yeah, look, I'm just going to call it a short one today. There's nothing else I have done in the past 2 weeks. I wasn't prepared for this. I was supposed to do Oscar nominations and it just fell through. So I've got nothing prepared. I did no preparation and I don't know what to do with any of this. Anyway, so I'll wrap it up there. Just a small quick one this week. All right. Lachlan@gmail.com if you have any questions or any filmmaking queries you want to ask me. Like the video, subscribe to YouTube, go listen to this and leave a rating on Spotify and iTunes because that really helps. And I don't think I've got anything else after that, but we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, look, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't really think it would be that prepared. Anyway, we'll leave it as is, and I'll talk to you guys in another fortnight. Hopefully, Oscar. Actually, no, it will be Oscar nominations. It's the last one before the Oscars. So it'll be Oscar nominations, hell or high water, I reckon. Okay, see you guys. Bye.